Hello friends, as requested, tonight we are going to take a look at my range kit. This is the stuff that I practice with at the range. Though I have many more guns than this is the stuff that I've chosen to kind of focus on to help hone my rather meager skills. In the parlance of white guy apocalypse fantasies, I guess you could say this is my shit hits the fan rig, but that's fucking stupid. You know, that's not what this is. This is just some cool shit that I like to wear to train in because it's fun. Wearing cool shit is fun and doing cool shit at the range is fun. So that's really what this is. I feel kind of self-indulgent doing this. I'm not saying that this is the definitive stuff you should buy or that any of this stuff is even a good idea necessarily. It's just stuff that I like and stuff that I enjoy. Maybe it'll give you some ideas. Maybe it'll show you what not to do, because this is a window into the choices that an idiot would make. But let's look at it and just, you can have fun, or you know, you can watch something else that makes sense, or fucking whatever you want to do. All right, let's start with the 5.56 guns over here. So I used to double all of my kit. I would have two of the same 5.56 gun, two of the same pistol, all that sort of thing. But these days I found that it's more interesting to actually have two different things to work with instead. So we've got an 11.5 inch pistol here, and then we've got a 16 inch carbine. And they both are kind of set up to do different things. So if we take a look at the 11.5 inch carbine, up front, we have a Surefire M600 Df on an Socom mount. I love the Socom mounts. Then we have an EOTech EXPS3 and an EOTech magnifier. And both of these guns are Aero Precision M4 E1s. You probably could have guessed that that's what I would be into, right? I've got a slingster here that I pass and forth between. I don't know why I'm doing this with. Yeah, that's fucking weird. We've got a Geisley SDE trigger. Let's see, what else do we have here? Radian charging handle, Radian controls, selector switch, Geisley maritime bolt release thingy, and let's see what else. Magpul K2. And I think that's all. Oh, nickel boron bolt and a Odin magazine release, which I don't know, the Odin magazine releases, sometimes you can smack them on stuff when you're running around and they'll drop the magazine. Not crazy about that, but they feel really good. So I like that thing, but it may need to go for something a little bit more traditional. And the carbine, the 16 inch rifle, same M4 E1, only it's a rifle, not a pistol. Same Radian stuff, same Geisley maritime bolt catch. Nickel boron. The only difference is this Geisley trigger is the SSAE instead of the SDE. They feel the same, but flat face, curved face. The optics, though, differ quite a bit. We have an Acog here. This is one of the 4-power Acogs. I love Acog. So originally the plan was to maybe do a low power variable, but I found that the better combination for me is actually Acog with an RMR on this offset Socom mount. That's faster than switching from one to whatever power. And I've been seeing a lot of the people were buying the LPVOs and doing this shit anyway, so why even fuck with that? Why not just have a lighter optic? This thing weighs 11 ounces. This weighs, I don't know, like 1 ounce or 2 ounces or something. This weighs a lot less. The glass on this is way better than a lot of those LPVOs. It's got that huge field of view. So this for me works way better, and I think it's a great idea. We've got a Surefire M600 Df up front again. I've just got regular A2 birdcage flash hiders on both of these guns. And I think that's the only thing going on. Oh, the handguards are the Aero Atlas handguards. That's kind of cool. All right, let's look at my pistols next. So, these could not be more different. This is a Glock 45 MOS. This is a Glock 40 MOS in 10mm. So yeah, those are as different as they come. I've got a RMR on here, obviously, and this is the CHPWS, I'm just I always forget the acronym, CHPWS. They're really awesome guys. I've dealt with them a few times, and they have really good plates. I really like it. This is the Defender plate. It's a polymer plate, and so you can really abuse that and not do anything to the front of your RMR. It's great. Can't remember if I told you, Surefire X300. I think I said that already. And then this is the Arc Spark G5 compensator. Not crazy about this. Not crazy about it at all. I've had a really hard time getting it to work with different holsters. It does not work with any Safariland holster, which fucking sucks because that's all I really like to use. So that's gonna go. I'm gonna get a different comp. I've not been happy with that at all. It performs well, but I just really have not liked that. So that's not gonna stay. In fact, the Griffin micro compensator has been my favorite comp because it works with every holster pretty much. Don't, you know, there are some that it doesn't, but for the most part, if a threaded barrel will fit in it, the micro comp will go in it. My Glock 40 here, it just has an X300 on it at the moment, but it will get an RMR and maybe a Defender plate too. Those have to be filed a little bit to make them work with the 10mm Glocks, but I'm probably gonna just end up doing that. I'm not afraid to file something to make it fit. This is a really nice use of 10mm. This giant gun, it's very easy to shoot it well. The recoil is not bad. It's incredible. I haven't been able to keep my hands off of this gun, and 10mm has been readily available during the pandemic. So this was an awesome buy. I really liked it. All right, now let's look at my belt and holsters and all that stuff. So just to be a complete turd, I always have 2 Microtecs on my belt. There's some kind of weird fucking lint on my floor. I always have 2 Microtecs on my belt because nothing screams total shitbag like having 2 ridiculously expensive knives on your belt. So the first one we have here is a Socom Alpha Mini fixed blade. This is the signature edition with the DLC blade and the carbon fiber. And yeah, even though this is a very rare and fancy knife, I actually still use it, as you can see from the marks on the blade. So yeah, that probably is making some of you cringe, but yeah, it's a great knife. And then here I have this Halo 6 DLC Tanto, also one of the signature knives, I think. Yeah, it's really great. I also use this one too, which probably makes you cringe even more. But I just think that knives should be used. I don't understand this thing where people buy knives and they don't use them. Same with guns. Like, if I bought a very expensive vintage collectible gun, I'm gonna use it. You know, I played guitar for a living for years, and you know, I would buy vintage guitars and take them on the road and use them on sessions and stuff, because why did I buy it if I'm not gonna use it? That's fucking stupid. So if I buy something, I'm gonna use it, and you should too. These are tools, they're meant to be used, they're not meant to be stuck in a glass case and looked at. If that's your thing, that's fine. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money, but it sucks because collectors take that stuff out of circulation and then it can't be used by those of us who want to use it, and it drives value up and it really fucks up the market. So anyway, there's my rant. Holsters. So this is my favorite holster. The Safariland 6000 series. This is like the 6390 RDS or whatever. It's cut. It fits the X300 and it's got the cut for the RMR. This is the best holster that one can buy for this kind of setup here, in my opinion. I really like it. But there's a problem. The Arc Spark G5 comp does not fit in this because it has those weird aesthetic cutouts, you know, for the compensator ports, which don't need to be there. They could have just cut the ports in the top of it. The ALS system goes down in those cuts, and then you can't draw the pistol out. That sucks. Wow. Okay. See, and I just threw that into the knives. That's just how it is around here. So I really think that Arc needs to redesign that so that it works with, you know, the most common and beloved holster that there is. So it would be really good if they would get around to fixing that. So instead, the holster I'm having to use is the T-Rex Raptor. I'll be honest with you. I don't like T-Rex arms. I don't like Lucas Bodkin. His dad founded a cult. They're a very problematic group of people, and I really don't care for them. But this holster fucking fits the gun with the comp in it, with the RMR on it. So, and it was one of the ones recommended to me by the manufacturer, so yeah, here it is. So that's what we're using. And also, I want to say, everybody raves about these holsters. It's not remarkable. It's just a fucking Kydex holster with the front cut off of it so that whatever you have going on, the front of the gun can hang off of it, and then there's just nothing up here where the optic sits. So I don't see what's remarkable about that. Anyway, whatever. So let me show you a better option. This one is made by Midwest. This was made for the Glock 40 because Safariland doesn't make anything for that gun. And I've already rubbed up against something and gotten white paint all over it. But They put this retention on there, even though it's just Kydex. It works really well. I love this holster. Please get this instead of the T-Rex. They made it so that I could put a comp on there if I wanted. Yes, I'm probably gonna put a comp on the Glock 40. Yes, I'm insane. They did such a good job with this. God, this is a good holster. So I'm gonna stop using the T-Rex as soon as I can order something from Midwest that the Glock will go in. I just didn't know they even existed or made anything like this. So, yeah, this way I get my retention because I like to have some extra retention beyond just Kydex. So I'm very happy with that. It's excellent. All right, now what else do I have on my belt here? I love me some S-Tac Kiwi. So I have a spare magazine and a short S-Tac Kiwi. I love these things. They're fantastic. And then I have a double pistol. It's got, I think these feel like 10 millimeters. They're very, very substantial and very thick. Kind of bulging out the Kiwi, but the Kiwi still works. I mean, the Kiwis work with Glock 17 mags, they work with 45 mags, they work with 10 millimeter. You know, the fit's a little more snug, but that's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. My belt, before I forget, I have had this belt since 2002. This is a London Bridge web belt, and I think I bought this from Light Fighter in like 2003 when James Yeager was there. He actually sold this to me. James Yeager is an awesome guy. We may not agree on virtually anything politically, but he is a super great human being, and I really like him. I love him to death. So yeah, I think he sold me this when he worked at Light Fighter. Light Fighter was a super cool company, and I miss them. Okay, and last of all, let's take a look at my plate carrier. I'm gonna sit down here on the ground because we got a lot of stuff to go over here. So, starting at the front, we have another S-Tac Kiwi. This is a JPC2, by the way. You probably know that already, but yeah, it's a JPC2. Kiwi with the web on the front. I don't know why I got it with the web. I'm never gonna use that, but I did. So that's attached to the cummerbund, and that's using what the fuck strips. And then we've got a Spiritus Microfight Mark IV. This is great. Got 3 magazines here. That Velcro is really sturdy. That's tough to do with one hand because it's just gonna lift up the, hang on. Yeah, all right, so I just have it set up to do miscellaneous stuff. There's not a whole lot in there right now. That's where whatever I'm taking to the range goes with me. Like, you know, I don't know, candy or whatever else I'm taking. Then I've got my Spiritus sack. Got a tourniquet there. I like this thing. This is a good dangler, as danglers go. And I have medical packed in here. So, a lot of medical. You should have a lot of medical. You'll see that I do not skimp on the medical. Then moving over, I have some pig gloves. These are the most comfortable to me. And I'm often videoing at the range, and these let you touch your phone. So, I like that. I like having that. And these are on this clip that Spiritus makes that is just pure genius. You can Velcro this in anywhere and stick your gloves or whatever you need on there. So I love that. Moving back this way, here is my next med kit here. This is made by S-Tac. I don't see this on their website anymore, and that's a shame. Like this was really my favorite medical pouch. I love this thing. God, I wish I could buy 4 more of them. Hopefully they'll put that back on the website soon. That would be really, really, really nice. Man, I massively, I work on guitars, and I really fucked up my hands, didn't I? Got myself with some tools. And then on the back here, I have a Haley Flat Pack Plus. There's more medical in here. That's what's in here. And then I have a Source hydration bladder because, you know, staying hydrated is the most important thing. You know, you don't want to get thirsty and, you know, dry out at the range and die of heat stroke. Yep. So, I mean, it's just a flat pack. You can put whatever you want in there, expand it out. But this part on the back is going to change. I have not been happy with this. So, I have the Flat Pack Plus mollied to the JPC2. And, you know, it's the age-old problem of you either have to deal with the straps going over you around the plate carrier, which is mildly annoying, or you have to take off the carrier to get to the stuff that's back here, but it's more comfortable when you're wearing it. both have their pros and cons, but I think I'm ready to deal with the straps from having a pack on. It's more annoying to me now to take the carrier off. So what I think I'm gonna do, because I still have to have water, I think I'm gonna buy one of these zip-on crye pouches in the back that you can stick water in. The really slim one that has the molly on the outside. I think that's the way to go. And then I'll just put the straps back on the Flat Pack Plus and just have it there if I need to wear it. But at that point, I don't really know why I would need to wear it at the range. But so this is all of my crap that I like to train in. You could call it my shit hits the fan setup if you want to, but more accurately, it's my cool shit that I like set up. So one more time, let's take a look at everything. We've got our AR-15 pistol. We've got our AR-15 rifle with sort of this set up more for distance. This one favors shorter ranges, but will do distance. This one favors longer distance, a slightly longer distance with the ability to hit stuff up close. We've got our 2 pistols, a sort of super fake cheap rolling thingy that, you know, I'm kind of cheating. It's not really a rolling, it's just crap that I like strapped to a Glock. We've got our JPC2 with Spiritus Microfight and other accessories. Our holsters, knives that we really don't need at all, belt and kiwis. Cool. Well, here is the incredibly self-indulgent look at Gun Penguin's range bullshit. Thank you for watching this absolute tragedy of a video. I appreciate your time, I appreciate your support, and really, if I'm honest, I'm incredibly honored that you would care enough to take a look at all of my garbage. Thank you. Have a good evening, and I will talk to you soon. Good night.